Alright, so we're going to talk about Shadow Sniper's return video. Personally, I think that this is a topic that we should have a conversation about because I think it's pretty important. The idea that they wanted to create another military clan or United Nations on Reach is basically the intent of the video. So this idea stems from Halo Reach, a game that is outdated as Shadow stated in the video, but there's more to that. I'm going to take the larger perspective of Shadow Sniper's announcement and allow us all kind of a chance for a larger perspective on the situation. First, not only looking at the video and asking the people in the community what they thought, the majority of the people that watched the video said it reminded them a lot of the United Nations. I mean, you really cannot deny that. You have people wearing the white armor. You have the formations of the warthogs that just kind of show this UN, UUF type of clan, which the UN has done before. The idea that this clan isn't inspired by the UN, you really can't deny that, just by all the videos and camera angles and the style that they did the video. One of the quotes in there was, if you seek a clan experience unlike any other and wish to be part of something larger than yourself. So in order to make that claim, not only would you have to know clans that are currently creating clan experiences, clans all the time make clan experiences. You can go to the UNR and get a clan experience. You can go to NavCom and get a clan experience. You can go to a small insignificant clan and get a clan experience. And the second part of that is if you wish to be part of something larger than yourself. Well, joining any clan does that. I mean, you're committing to something that's larger than yourself. You can join an Achilles clan to get the Achilles armor, and you're working together to achieve that goal. Or join a military-based clan and do something towards that agenda. So, obviously, we need to consider that this is a metaphor, that this is propaganda to establish a more meaningful piece of media, which I would agree with, but it does bring into question that what are the facts of this? Is this clan, Commonwealth, even worth returning to Reach? Because we have JB, who is a chief advisor, which, come on, let's admit it. He just got that position because he wanted to be a part of the community, but really didn't want to do much with it. I think we can all agree on that. Because who makes a position chief advisor? JB is literally going to be around the clan, talking to people, hanging out with them, but not really pulling a lot of weight with it. It's mainly Shadow pulling the weight, and those people in the subordinates and the staff. Ever since Halo 4 was released, and with time some clans remained on Halo 4 and others went back to Reach. When MCC came out, which was when the following recording was taken, we should take into context that MCC was awful for our community. It never really gave us that position of feeling home again. We could never establish our community there because the game was just, it really sucked for multiplayer. Some clans just did maintenance, worked on themselves like the UNR. Some clans stayed on Halo 4, others remained on Reach. Now with that in mind, what did Shadow Sniper advise the community to do on a game that was broken? Well, take a listen.
So that's my solution for the community. Play the game and move forward, because when you all hang back at different games, it splits you guys up even more. And Halo Reach was so successful because so many people were on one game, and then Halo 4 came out and it split the community in two. People just couldn't adapt, and those people that can't adapt to new games, they keep falling back and it keeps spreading us out even more. What you need to do is you need to keep moving forward. That's what I did. I adapted. I overcame. I kept making the clan on the next game. And that's how it works. Okay, look, Halo Reach was great and all, but you can't keep kicking the dead horse. It doesn't work. Okay? You have to keep moving in order to keep things active. If everyone is spread out, it just does not work. The lines of communication are broken. You need to get together. You need to be at least on one. Yes, Master Chief Collection has all sorts of problems right now. But my advice is get on the game if you have the Xbox One. If you've moved your clan to Xbox One, then good for you. Spend the time while the game is all messed up to build all your training maps, all your forts, all your stuff, maybe some media. And then in the hopes that they fix the game, then the game will be perfect and you guys will be able to play it. And you'll have everything ready, and then the community will blossom if you're all there. I mean, if some of you are still on 360, then I guess there can be a mini community there and a mini community here, but it's really down to you guys. You guys got to make the decision. what you want to do with your community. You are the community. I was the community. My time is over. It's your turn to take the mantle of responsibility.
So advising the community to move forward and adapt, like ShadowSniper proudly stated, he was advising the community to adapt to a broken game that, even for our community, was hard to operate on. And right now, Halo 5 is a great home for clans. I mean, why doesn't Shadow start his clan up on Halo 5? Why does he go to Reach and start it up? Why not adapt and move forward as he states? So he's now hanging back and wants the community to move back with him to Reach, which we can be pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that he's doing this for his own personal gain, not the community's welfare, because he even stated that the best thing you can do is move forward and adapt. Well, he's not doing that. And this isn't some secret recording that I had with him. This was public. This is on the interview with Dividable Halo. So this is something that I recall him saying. That's why I went back to that interview, re-listened to the whole thing to capture this, because it was pretty mind-blowing that you would once now tell the community to adapt to a game that doesn't work and was hard for the community to work on. But when a game like Halo 5 comes out, and you want them to move back to Reach because more than likely you can't afford an Xbox One, and you don't have Halo 5, obviously. So finding the easiest and cheapest way to do it is to just stay on 360, go to Reach. Now, why hasn't he gone to Halo 4 is probably just personal preference that I can't specifically state because I don't know. But I think we can establish that it is because he doesn't want to spend the money or doesn't have the money, which, I'm not making fun of him or anything. I'm just establishing that's probably fact. Why not move to Halo 5? A lot of the community is. ShadowSniper also stated that his time as a clan leader is done, which obviously he changed his mind. I mean, there's nothing wrong with changing your mind. I mean, you do it all the time. People change perspective, and as time goes on, you may change your view on things. Now, in context with the previous statement about moving forward, myself and others have been moving forward since Halo 4. Other clans perhaps are on Reach, now are on Halo 5. But moving forward is something that we have to do, because Reach, I mean, not only is Reach outdated, as he stated, but how long I'm not going to sit there and predict how long the servers are going to be up, but I mean, the Halo 5 servers are going to be up longer than the Halo Reach servers. I mean, we can make that comparison. You can make the comparison that more people are going to Halo 5 because it's a newer game, and the recruitment circulation of members don't really exist that much on Reach. Yeah, you may have some people now, but you're not going to get bigger as the UN once was, and you're not going to make that big of an impact as the UN once did on Reach, because you're not in circulation with the rest of the community. So now, instead of dragging the community down, that's not a good solution. That's not something that we can do. Why can't we have that clan from Reach move to Halo 5? Is the solution to return to Reach and jumpstart the community back on Reach? But I guess my question would be how long do you think it'll last? And I have another piece of audio that I think you should listen to as well.
What made you leave or decide to leave the UN later on?
Aha. Okay, well, this is the part where I have to describe myself a little bit before things will actually make sense for you viewers and you, Dividable. I want you to think of me like an artist, okay? And each clan is a painting. I start the painting, and then eventually there's too much on it, and I just want to wrinkle it up and throw it away in the bin and start a new one. Okay, that's why most of my clans go through this cycle where they last about 5 months, and then I start a new clan. So that's basically how it worked for me.
So taking Shadow's own history, about 5 months being the total duration of the time he spends in clans, or the time he leads clans, the only thing that doesn't fit into that, if you let that audio continue, is the United Nations. So he may last over 5 months with this clan. This may go up to 5 months and end. This may last shorter than 5 months. This may go beyond 5 months and be something that doesn't fit into his margin of history. But as he says himself, I mean, the margin is about 5 months, aside from the United Nations. So if he's gonna make the United Nations, which, as I stated earlier, this clan is taking the UN route, the same thing that they've done before, and trying to recreate that. If we make that clan the center of our community again, we risk taking steps back and repeating history. I don't know if any of you guys were here when the UN first collapsed, but it wasn't just the United Nations that collapsed. There were other clans that collapsed then, and it really hurt the community. So do you want to reestablish that clan as a center again and risk it falling apart as it did once before? Now also he states that those who don't move forward will create a mini-community on Reach. And no one can stop him. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to push. But we can acknowledge that there is a mini community on Reach, obviously, because it's now a fact. But we can also acknowledge that it's our mentally disabled cousin who sadly is related to us and keeps beating the dead horse. Now, understand that I'm not like upset with Shadow or JB or whatever, or whoever. I just want the information put out there to people, so people can look at Shadow's announcement and glad he's back. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But also see what he's proposing. Now, he did not specifically say that, oh, the community should come back to Rage. No, he did not say that. But he is trying to recruit people to his clan, which brings into question. And I was talking to someone in the comments in his announcement video, and yeah, they did not say that they're going to Halo 5. One person stated that it was that they can move to Halo 5, but it was never stated, obviously. So I mean, I guess the main question is, like, if he's going to be there to establish his clan on Halo Reach, okay, what is the intent? Does he want clans to come back to Halo 5 or to Halo Reach so we can have a community there? Does he want to move his clan to Halo 5? I mean, that none of that stuff was established. All we know is that he's recruiting people for Reach. So the mindset, I mean, you don't just recruit people just to sit there. You know, you want other clans to work with and stuff. And even if you read their website, they have things working with allied clans. So I mean, he is establishing his clan on Reach. He has not posted or said anything that would give hint to that they were going to Halo 5. And I hope that actually I prefer that they would come to Halo 5. It'd be nice to have another clan on Halo 5, especially with Shadow and JB there. And again, I'm not here to bash them. I'm just here to add light to some issues some concerns that I thought should definitely be brought up, because it just kind of upset me that Shadow made these these hypocrisies, and he didn't really wasn't true to what he was putting out. And again, as I said, as I pointed out earlier, people change their mind. Maybe he doesn't want to move on anymore. Maybe that's not. Maybe adapting. Maybe obviously he's probably adapting to the situation that he's in. Maybe he again can't afford it, or doesn't want to buy it, or the Xbox One, and he's adapting by going to Reach. But if that's the case, then to be honest, you're not helping the community by recruiting people to Reach. You're again hurting it. I don't know. I mean, I just made this video specifically so that people could see the two video feeds and can get my perspective on it, and make your own conclusions. I don't want to make them look like they're the bad guys when they're not. They're just a clan starting up. Okay, I mean they're veterans in the community. So again, it's nothing to bash them or anything like that. It's purely to just broaden the view of things. Anyways, I hope that this was helpful, and I would like to hear what you guys have to say in return.